This deck is like a puzzle, but there's no winning at the end of it. All right, welcome back, vintage gamers. You know about the Tempo Bazaar deck, Counterfine, and you know about the Aggro Bazaar deck, Agrovine, and you know about the Combo Bazaar deck, Dredge. Where's the Control Bazaar deck? So today we're going to try to answer that question with this revival of an old Zeus brew back in, maybe 2019 or so. Zeus was trying to play a Bazaar of Baghdad deck and foil as a control package. So this deck is trying to offset the card disadvantage of Bazaar of Baghdad using Master of Death. It used to use Squee, but Master of Death's a pretty big upgrade on that, considering the fact that we do have forces in our deck. So it's a blue card to pitch to force, where Squee was a red card. I actually kind of think that I'm supposed to put a black land in this deck and try to be casting masters as well. I have to consider that. Actually, that's probably true. Let's take a breeding pool out and let's put a C in here. Not C, because that would be search. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to use our Master of Death to offset the Bazaar activations. We also have some Dredge to offset the Bazaar activations, and we can do some things like, you know, discarding islands, Tropical Island, Breeding Pool, to our foil, and then returning them with Life from the Loam. We've got Crop Rotation as additional Bazaars, which is going to be pretty sweet. We also, of course, have Strip Mine and Life from the Loam. And then we're going to try to win the game with Hollow One and Recurring, Bloodghast, and Prized Amalgam. The big upgrades that this deck got since the last time it was attempted were definitely Master of Death and Lorien Revealed. Lorien Revealed being a blue card to pitch to Force of Will, as well as a Island Cycler to go find, you know, our island for foil, or give us land drops for crop rotation. That should help a lot. Sideboard, we've got a nice big crop rotation package. This deck looks pretty bad against Lavinia, so a Krakus is probably necessary. We've got some Dismembers for mono white, Ley Lines for the mirror. Well, the Bazaar mirror anyways. Some extra counter spells for the combo decks, and some Vigors, because this deck actually probably will have a hard time beating Saga if Saga is left to its own devices. So theoretically, we are playing like 6 Strip Mine effects in the main, and we also have the Loam Recursion engine, so there's some upside there for sure. We have a nice Riftstone Portal that we can get to if we wanted to turn these Bazaars into mana-producing sources. So we're going to try to play a controlling game tonight with Bazaar of Baghdad and counter spells and see how it goes. Are you interested in weekly vintage metagame recommendations? Do you want to see your deck list played on my channel? Or maybe you are just looking for the best way to support my vintage content. Make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. Let's battle. Okay, here we go. Round 1 with our Bazaar Control deck. Our hand does not have a Bazaar, nor does it even have a land. If it had any land, we could have crop rotation. But we don't have a land, so... Yeah, but like we're not trying to play Turbo Bazaar. We're trying to play Control. Something our deck doesn't have is our deck does not have any Serum Powders. Hopefully we're like kind of mitigate the fact that we don't have Serum Powders by being able to keep crop rotation hands, but let's keep 1 crop rotation here and pass. All right, so we're probably actually leading on Island crop rotation, or like Island hold up crop rotation before we even play this Bazaar, because we don't have another blue card to pitch anyways. Looks like it's Combo Shops. Combo Shops should be one of our better matchups pre-board. Post-board, when they get defense grids, it should get harder, but they did have the turn 1 Trinisphere, which is very problematic. So what do I want to do now? Now we don't really need to hold up crop rotation because we know we're not going to get wastelanded, but there's like something to be said about crop rotating for a wasteland for a workshop to stop them from killing us, but that would expose us extremely heavily to Saga. So I think I'd rather just play Bazaar and activate it. We did draw the Force, but we did not draw the blue card. So think we're just going to put Loam, Sapphire, and Bloodghast away. And hope we don't die on this turn. And then next turn, maybe we can draw a blue card for Force and have crop rotation Wasteland. We'll see. The biggest problem in this game was the fact that we had to use our Master of Death to pitch to Force of Will on turn 1. If we didn't have to do that, we could have had a recurring engine and this Bazaar wouldn't be disadvantaged, but that wasn't what happened, unfortunately. Our mulligan kind of cost us a little bit, right? We just didn't have the requisite cards to really make this hand work. So we'll see what happens, though. So this is good because this means we're not getting jeweled. And we also didn't get ringed. So we have some time. We're definitely not going to dredge Loam, considering we don't have the mana really right now. We do have the ability. I'm definitely going to wasteland this workshop, though. Does that mean we actually want to dredge Loam? No, I don't think so. I think I want to try to draw a blue card. We did draw a blue card. So I'm going to return my Bloodghast. And I'm going to... I wonder if I'm supposed to crop rotate my Bazaar. That way, if I draw a land, I can Loam and Loam lock Wastelanding. Actually, that seems pretty good. So let me crop rotation and destroy my own Bazaar. I have a Force still. They might have a Force of their own, because considering they didn't hit us with anything strong here. So they did have a Force of their own. I think we're just going to have to force back. I think we're just going to have to force back. Okay. So now we go get a strip mine. And we strip mine their workshop. I guess they could have Ancestral as their last card, but that would just be unfortunate. And so now if we ever draw a land, we can go for Loam Lock. Don't know if this is a fast enough clock for that. But I definitely don't want to dredge a Loam to start until I have another land, though. Lorien Revealed is a land. Okay, so I'll go get this Underground Sea. And then next turn, we'll dredge Loam and recast Loam and get back our Bazaar and our strip mine, and I think we're winning. I should be attacking first, but I'm kind of lazy. All right, well, I think we have successfully controlled our Jewel opponent here. We're not really losing to Saga anymore. We are losing to, like, Workshop Time Vault, though. Workshop Forge is also quite good. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Workshop off the top has got to be close to the best draw. This doesn't, all right, it doesn't stop the... I mean, I'm definitely going to dredge Loam again and get another Wasteland here. At some point, I can use all these lands that I got to get pitch to Bazaar. Opponent did not activate their Forge, which means they wanted the card on top of their library. Maybe it's like another Workshop. If they hit like a bunch of running Moxen, that would be a huge issue. But a lot of their deck is not super playable off of Forge with no mana. But this is just a very high variance card here where it could kill us immediately or do nothing. All right, Ancient Tomb's a good one. Like I said, we are one Time Vault away from just dying. I think here I still am just supposed to strip mine them. I think next turn, hopefully they don't play a land and we can just go for Bazaar, activate, try to find blue card. Force, maybe. Or even just foil would be good enough because we have all these islands. I feel like we're so close to locking this game away, but that one Workshop draw off the top has made things quite annoying. Be very interesting. It's weird because my opponent doesn't want to, like, exile lands off the top of their library, but lands are technically bricks. All right, looks like they left their card on top. I'm going to naturally draw. Foil, awesome. That's so good here. Discard an island rather than paying this card's mana cost, counter target spell. So I just need to hold some islands in my hand. Do I want to dredge loam? I don't see any reason to do that. I could hit more blood gas. I don't think so. I think I would rather just draw crop rotation. Draw Lorien revealed, pitch, Bazaar Island, Lorien revealed. Is there anything I can get off this crop rotation? Not really. Maybe I should have brought back a loam so I could cast it this turn instead of having crop rotation. Yeah, that seems better. So I should have dredged back my loam. This is going to be a learning experience because I've never actually played this deck. I can't crop rotation and hold up foil? Oh, it is island and another card. Sorry. Okay, well, I definitely should have done Loam then. Loam is what I needed here as a way to offset my Bazaar. So if I had gone Loam, I could have cast my Loam and put 3 lands into my hand. That would have been much better. I mean, I can still foil and pitch my crop rotation or whatever. That's fine, but yeah, slight mistake there for sure. Academy. So that's the card they kept on top. Really strong. It's really, really strong. My opponent has had some nice ones here. 2 workshops plus academy. This gives them, what, 1,000,000 mana. Ring? Oh, PO for 2. Yeah, we're just going to counter it. Yeah, but this definitely shows how I was supposed to loam, though. All right, so the 1 ring. Yeah, I mean, they have to because they're going to get strip mined here. Can't really activate my Bazaar in upkeep unless I just put 2 cards away. I think it's better for me to just dredge loam for turn. Oh, I hit the Riftstone portal. That's sweet. I think we still am just going to cast Loam and bring back Strip Mine, Tropical, Strip Mine, their thing. They hit Workshop again? Oh my god, we're going to lose. That's crazy. 3 workshops in an academy in their top 18? Wow. Yeah, they're just going to cast Jewel here. I don't have a Mind Break Trap in my main, right? That's so crazy. Nothing. Well, I mean, I guess they can just win here with like a wide variety of draws. That's crazy. I can't believe we lost this game. Like they have to draw a workshop off the top, and they just drew 2 workshops off the top and a Tolarian Academy off the top. Wild. Maybe I shouldn't have countered PO. I mean, I think it was correct to not to counter PO, right? Another Jewel. Losing this game is very tilting, though. Mystic Forge is not very good at making sure that you draw a land every turn. It's kind of the opposite point of Mystic Forge. But they got there. I guess they didn't hit very many Moxen off of Forge, so I can't complain too much. Man, what a disappointing game, though. And it doesn't really get better post-board, unfortunately, because they're just going to bring in defense grids. Can't really beat Worm Coil either in my deck, so... Alright. I'll just concede here. Don't need to waste everyone's time. Alright, so I get to bring in negation, vigor, and a wasteland. And then I think Hollow One is just so bad in this matchup. I'm just going to board out the Hollow Ones. It's really not about... It's really not about that. I feel like I can cut an Amalgam too. Our game plan was it worked exactly as we planned, really. Like, we got off to a little bit of a rough start because we had to use our Master of Death in the beginning, but we did exactly what we planned. We countered their payoff spell, we set up a Loam Lock, and we had a clock in play, and they just outdrew us there on the top of the library. The workshop into Forge was enough. I guess workshop into like anything was probably enough. Workshop into Ring was probably enough as well. Yeah, I mean, I think that was like a little rough on the variance scale, but it happens. That's Magic. I thought we might die a lot earlier in that game because we had to use our it's not really very good when you have to force a Trinisphere on turn 1 because it means that you don't get to force a Ring or a Jewel. But maybe I don't know if like the Loam mistake cost us. How many cards would it have generated us? Not sure. Maybe it would have generated us 1 extra card. Not sure that would have mattered very much. All right, on the play, hoping for Bazaar plus Master of Death. We do have a Bazaar. Definitely a keep. We can regenerate some card advantage with Treasure Cruise. Regenerate some of the card disadvantage with Treasure Cruise. I just need to... I need to, like, I need to... I really need to dodge, like, defense grids. Don't really feel like we're going to do very well. Like, it's really... If they didn't have the whole defense grid plan, I think our setup would be pretty good against Jewel, but... Shouldn't need a crop rotation here. I want to hold this wasteland. I feel like... Gush. I mean, I don't want to pitch Gush, but it's going to always be better than this Lorien anyways, so... How many activations do I need before I can Treasure Cruise? I need 2 activations plus a force. All right, no defense grid. That's good. I don't think this is a Bazaar activation turn. It looks more like a just Wasteland and pass. Oh, I guess the blood gas coming in means we're pretty far away from cruising. Yeah, I mean, you just have to keep Wasteland, right? Like, they're gonna have sagas. They're gonna have workshops. Like, it's just necessary. We might have to activate end step here no matter what anyways. One ring. We definitely are countering the one ring. I guess it's kind of sad I don't have any mind break traps, but I guess I could have pitched foil, but I can foil another spell. So the problem with activating here, I guess there's no problem with activating here because we have, yeah. It's like a little silly to pitch all the cards that we want to keep when we just a treasure cruise. But I guess that's what we're doing. So maybe that activation was just really dumb because like we have all the cards we actually want here. Grave Troll. So maybe this is fine. That certainly does not look fine because now I don't have a force. I found a force, but I'm dead. Yeah, I made a mistake here. I was not supposed to activate. I was just supposed to keep my negation. This deck feels pretty hard to play, and I'm gonna make some mistakes along the way, but that was definitely one of them. Like, they just play a land and cast Jewel, and I lose because I just decided to activate so I could play Treasure Cruise and draw bad cards instead of keep the good cards that I already had. Like, even a second ring is, like, pretty lethal because I don't have, like, a Null Rod or a Needle in my deck, so it's just gonna outdraw me. I think I threw the whole game. I don't really know what to do about it either. Ah. These kind of decks don't give you a lot of leeway to make mistakes. Like, I don't even think we would be in a very bad spot if we had just don't do anything, counter the ring, and then draw. Well, Wasteland is not really a good play, right? My opponent has an active ring at 18 life. We're just going to lose. Yeah, but Loaming Waste is bad. Like, Loaming Waste isn't going to win us games here. And then I can't draw a blue card for force either. Also, like, I don't have a Wasteland in my yard yet either. I mean, I think I have to Turbo Bazaar though anyways, so... Well, I mean, I was in a perfectly fine spot until I threw it all away. I mean, like, even in game one, I was in a perfectly good spot until I threw it all away too, so... I did hit the strip mine, so I just... That's what we're doing. Just gonna dredge through my deck, get all the things in my yard. Loam back, strip, bazaar, and tropical. Play this. Don't have a bloodghast in my yard. Okay. I do have 2 Master of Deaths coming back, so like hitting the Golgari Grave Troll seems like it was pretty good. Like we get to throw our whole graveyard and then bring a bunch of Masters and try to find a forces. I mean, maybe we can win this. I mean, it just kind of... Unfortunately, I don't have a force in my hand right now, and they're about to draw 8,000 cards. They just play a land and they cast Jewel and we lose again. But like I said, I think this is mostly my own fault. Game 1 was more variance. This one was definitely just a throw. But I think this has, like... I think this deck gave us the potential to win most of these games. Yeah, I mean, they just always have 2 workshops in their top 14 cards. What am I supposed to do? I just die. Okay, it's fine. I guess I could have tried to hit Time Walk. That might have done something here. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I think we would have won this game. I honestly think if I had simply not activated my Bazaar on end step, we would have won this game. Because I just counter their Jewel, and then I dredge through my whole deck, and then I recoup card advantage, keep them on Strip Mine Lock, and force their next play. Like, wish I could take it back. If they cast PO, we'll just concede and try again. I don't really like. That's not the problem. The problem is I suck at Magic. Like I just threw away the winning game. Like it's not anything to do with Shops is too strong. All right, here we go. Round 2. This hand is sweet. This hand's very, very good. I like this hand a lot. Gemstone Cavern. So it might be mono red. Oh, mono white with Gemstone Cavern. Okay. Okay. This gives me a lot of options. I think we cast this. Hard cast a negation. Start dredging. Look for a loam lock maybe. What is this? End step? What? End step Enlighten Tutor. Get Saga? Get Mana Crypt. I was hoping get Saga. That'd be pretty powerful play. I'm just going to negate this. Wasteland. Are we going to lose because this Underground Sea is not a breeding pool? That'd be pretty funny. All right. So I get back my Masters. We're not allowed to dredge this loam until we have a green source, right? Or hear me out. Hear me out. Activate Bazaar. Now I'm the powerful wizard. I'm just gonna look for natural cards here. Okay, well, now that was a very powerful draw for me. Definitely on the high variance end for my favor. So a little came back our way. We've got the Bazaar completely offset with the Master of Deaths. We have an extra counter spell in hand. Caracas, go. Okay. Masters come back. Still don't need to dredge yet, right? I guess there's like some upside to dredging now. I still don't feel like we need to dredge yet. Okay. I don't know. I don't have a good idea of when we're supposed to dredge or not, but it's working out pretty well, so. I feel like now we're supposed to dredge now that we have an amalgam that we can bring back. Oh, I guess I have a land drop for turn. Maybe I'm supposed to hold the land drop for turn, but then I can't loam. What's this cost? An island and another card? I don't even have another blue card anyways. Okay, I think I'm just going to play these cards out. I'm not sure this is correct either. But it's nice to have 2 hollow ones in play. And I still have a force. I think next turn we draw the amalgam, or draw the Master of Deaths, and then we just activate our Bazaar on loam. It doesn't feel right. They're off it. So we still don't know what they're exactly doing. We saw a Lorien and a Mana Crypt and an Enlightened Tutor and a Wasteland. So they could be mono white, but they have Enlightened Tutor and mono white? That doesn't really make any sense, right? At the very least... Yeah. I know I can pitch alone, but I didn't have another blue card for Force, is what I'm saying. I couldn't like have Force and Foil up. So I think we want the Caracas and Dismembers. I don't really know what else is happening here, which is a problem. I think I'm gonna take out Negation and taking out Negation and Vigor could go really badly if they end up being on some like kind of crazy painter deck, but I think that's how I'm gonna play it for now. I'm gonna play it like they're gonna be like a mono white deck, maybe. All right. So this hand doesn't have. I think this hand's fine actually. I have a Force. I can cycle a hollow one. I have Loam. It's fine. Okay. Chromox. I'm gonna let this happen. If I get Cavern and die to mono white, I think I'm okay with that happening. Okay, so it is mono white. So it's just mono white with Enlightened Tutor. Well, I have to let Chalice happen, unfortunately. I have to counter whatever they play. Don't have to counter that, but I guess if I get Wastelanded, it's really bad for me. So I guess I'm just forcing this. It's not good for me. Yeah, but I thought they were... It looked like they were mono white, and they are mono white. I don't know why they have Enlightened Tutor in their deck. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Oh, I guess... Yeah, I don't know. It's really bad that I have these 2 out of my 2 Moxen against the Chalice deck for some reason. I have three 0-drops in my deck, and I have 2 of the 3 of them. But I'm like not allowed to just force the Chalice. If they like played an initiative creature, I just die on the spot. They have a follow-up initiative creature. Oh, they have a follow-up Archon of Absolution. That one is not a huge deal. Oh, I think Vigor is like terrible against mono white. There's no reason to play that card. All right. So my opponent board did like I was a Bazaar deck, which I guess I am. So I guess it makes sense. But we have lands, so this is gonna be a weird game. Hopefully they don't top deck an initiative creature. I think we're okay as long as they don't top deck an initiative creature. All right, well, I can cycle this hollow one and maybe draw Force of Will. Did not draw Force of Will. Okay, I don't think we're gonna win this game. I think we were actually in a really good spot until my opponent top deck Seasoned Dungeoneer and I didn't have a force for it. Maybe I was supposed to not force the Thalia, but... How do I win this game, really? I just can't, right? I can draw a Dismember, but I'm too far behind. I needed to draw this card instead of my hollow one, because I could have actually cast this. That's so frustrating. All right. Let's just concede. I think we're dead here. There's a Chalice in play. So there's no casting Moxen at all. Okay, so I think I boarded correctly here. Could technically bring in negations to counter Chromoxes and stuff, but I think we don't need to do that. Kind of like the look. I don't even think that the next Wasteland is even that good either. This is fine. Force, Loam, Crop Rotation, Foil. Can I keep this? I can hard cast a Foil, Crop rotation, wasteland lock. Don't know if this is actually good enough, but I really want to try. So, Chancellor of the Annex. It's pretty annoying. That's extremely annoying here. So I guess what I could do, I can't really just like crop rotate loam here. That doesn't really do it. I mean, I have the cards to foil. I just... Maybe it's just fine. I'm just like really worried like we don't have any forward motion if we do this. Like it's I think we just like run out of forward motion if we do this though. We'll see. So if we activate here, pitching Master of Death and 2 cards and then loam, yeah, it's pretty good. Master, 2 lands, and then loam back the lands. Okay. That was pretty sweet. Now we have to see. This is both discard, right? It's so sick. I have to counter this though, right? I have to counter the Chrome Box here. I feel like we do. I'm pretty far from Bazaar though. Man, it's so bad. Island, another card. I just need time. Wasteland. All right, that's not too big a deal. I do have the extra lands for loam here, so return this, dredge back my loam, play a tropical, pass. I don't have a wasteland yet. Another wasteland. Well, now I need to hit another land. Two wastelands was not in my cards here. Oh, don't mind if I do. Okay, well, none of those are a land. And I don't have an island. Not great. Ancient Tomb. All right, I need that land, please. Any land does it. That does kind of do it. None of those are islands. Okay. Still putting both Bloodghast away. Uh-oh. Cavern Archon? Cavern Cleric. Oh no, we're gonna lose. Needed an island. All right, we can still draw Dismember, maybe. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe we can take the initiative eventually here. Golgari Grave Troll? Everything is too late. Master, Grave Troll, Loam in the yard. Things are bad. Things gonna be a 5/5 vigilance. I needed to return things this turn. I guess maybe I can dredge like a ton of stuff back now. I just don't know if it's too late. Like, if they have another cleric, things are bad. I did go through, like, a lot of islands in the beginning, but definitely needed to hit a land. I still can hit Dismember, though. Please cast something not off Cavern. Lorien. All right, force it. All right, Dismember is big game here. So I guess that means we're not going for the huge Grave Troll Dredge. I think this means we're just going the natural draw. Force again? I need a land, right? Like, I need a land or a Dismember. All right, there's a land. Can I dredge now? If I dredge Grave Troll now, then I could hit Amalgams or more Bloodghasts. And then I play Breeding Pool, go to 9, cast Loam. Well, no, I'd probably be pitching all of my Loams. I kind of need Dismember, right? We're not discarding this Breeding Pool as it's bringing back my prized Amalgams, but I mean, I need Dismember this turn, right? Or I can't win, really. Or like another hollow one. I think I just have to draw. Riftstone Portal. So now what the fuck do I do? Kind of need to keep force, right? It's just too late, though. I can pitch Breeding Pool. I could pitch. It's not good. It's really not good. I just don't think it's going to be enough. That is not how Bloodghast works. Bloodghast is opponent. The problem is I'm just losing on board to the White Plume Adventure. There's no blue islands I can pick back up with my loam. I just like don't think loaming does anything here anymore. So I guess we'll just put the loam and all of this back. Keep our force, bring back our Bloodghasts. But I can't block with the Bloodghast, so it's not like they're actually helping me on this board either. I think we're just out of options now. Like, I have to force their next play still, and I'm at 6, and I'm chump blocking. Like, it's just not good, right? And I'm actually, like, going to not be able to dismember anyways. Yeah. The cards were just not in the right order here. I also didn't see a Wasteland, so I couldn't even have gone for a Wasteland lock anyways. Because we crop rotated for Bazaar. This deck is like a puzzle, but there's no winning at the end of it. Why do they have Enlightened Tutor in their deck, chat? Does anyone have a good reason to put Enlightened Tutor in your mono white initiative deck? That card's not castable. So confusing. You're right. We could have played Breeding Pool tapped instead. I was still thinking about loaming. But then I didn't loam. So yeah, agreed. I still can draw Dismember, right? I can't force if I draw Dismember though. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is anymore. Sapphire. If I had the Underground Sea, I could cast this Master. Drew a hollow one. Crop rotate. That's not how that works, log. There's like nothing I can like crop rotate for that's like very good though, right? I just can't get in there. I can like crop rotate for another Bazaar and like dredge through a bunch of cards. But like I don't, it just never wins, right? But I mean, I guess that's my next best play. Is there any reason to do it now? I guess I could draw. I can't draw a land. So get in, steal the initiative, block and keep the initiative. I wish I had a basic, actually. A basic would be really good here. I wish I could like return a Bloodghast this turn, but I can't, right? So there's no reason for me to crop rotate now. Unless I like wastelanded them. I don't think wastelanding them does anything. Trying to think, like, I can't play a land this turn, right? I crop rotate for a Bazaar, I dredge through my thing, but I can't return anything. No, I think I'm gonna get a second Bazaar and like try to put some amalgams in my yard. Yeah, I don't think it gets me anywhere. The problem is these amalgams are going to come into play tapped even if I return amalgams. So it's not like they're actually beating this on board. Are they going to play Petal Land Chancellor, I guess? I just don't think I have enough busted things for the Bazaar play to work. But I mean, it is the play I'm going to make, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. What is in their hand? I mean, they could just like play a card and take the initiative back too. Yeah, they're just going to play another White Plume. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think this was a winnable game, unfortunately. So tap this, crop rotate this for a Bazaar. Oh, I can bring my amalgams back because this is a trigger. Ooh, wait a second. All right, dredge, grave troll, dredge, loam. I did it in the end of main phase too as well. Okay, return Bloodghast. Hold on, we're cooking. 2 amalgams. I still don't think this wins, but Time Walk is unfortunately in my yard. Okay. Now what? Unfortunately, these are all untapping as well. Alright. There's nothing really else to hit. I have 2 Bloodghasts. And I have another Amalgam. But I can't really get through this. I guess I can. I can attack all and it gets through. But then I won't have anything to block. I'll die. I could attack with 3 things. And then I'm not dying. I could pay 2 life. I don't think I'm dredging anymore. There doesn't seem like there's any positives to dredging here. I mean, I can get back Loam, but that doesn't do anything. They are 1 away from casting a Chancellor. I think I pay for 2 of these. And then I hit no. And then I draw naturally. And then I attack with 3. I steal the initiative. And then I put the forge counters on my Amalgam. And then I need to figure out what I'm doing next. Well, I'm taking the dungeon. And I'm gonna... I didn't get haste on my Bloodghasts, though. That could be a problem. All right. And so now... activate Bazaar. We do want to find one of our 2 remaining hollow ones. We could cast Golgari Grave. No, we can't cast Golgari Grave. So we could cast Loam, but we don't need to cast Loam. So just draw. Draw. Discard. 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 I can activate again, but that loses my ability to... doesn't lose my ability to play my card. I could hit my remaining Amalgam and my remaining Bloodghast. I could dredge twice, pitch everything, play Bazaar. But a hollow one is not as good as a land here. I didn't hit any of those. I hit one of the... I hit the Bloodghast. I just dredged my 2 hollowed ones. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't hit hollow one and bring everything back, though, so... yeah, I needed my hollow one probably not to be there. I don't think I win on the swing back because these things all have vigilance, right? Yeah. I don't know if there was a way there. I need this to not be tapped. Yeah. I don't think there was a way, especially with how deep my hollow ones were in my deck. I'm not, like, technically dead, right? Like, I block and they take the initiative. I go to 1. They have hit a throne and I have an army, but my army is not big enough. I don't think it's big enough because they have throne plus a spell. And I have to trade here. And then they have blocker, 6. I'm 1 short right now of killing them through just a throne guy that doesn't do anything. So I think we just don't have enough. I think I needed to hit my 3rd amalgam on the dredge. I think if I had hit my 3rd amalgam on the dredge, then maybe we had a chance. But here they take the initiative and they go down to the throne room and they hit an Archon of Emeria, an Archon of Absolution, a Chancellor of the Annex. Yeah. Yeah. Double Archon of Absolution. Okay. I've been bested. It was pretty close. I think if our cards were in a different order, maybe we had a chance, but we did not get there. All right, here we go, round 3. We're learning as we go. I definitely have some room to improve. This hand is great. I guess if we don't get turn 1, it's great. We'll have to consider what we want to do in our turn 1 too. There's like definitely something to be said about like ancestraling. But we have a hollow one and 2 pitch cards here, so there's like a lot of upside to doing something like Tropical Go, holding up an Ancestral Crop Rot, and then having the ability to like protect my Bazaar on the next turn. It depends on what we play against. Oh, we're dead? That's unfortunate. We're just gonna get turn 1 by Doomsday, man. Alright, so be it. They always have a turn 1 kill. There's very little chance Ancestral will be good, but we'll try, I guess. It's almost no chance that we live, right? There's no reason to cast a second Dark Ritual if you don't already have a kill, so... The good news is we may get to go to our boarding and they won't know what we're on. That's a plus. Killing with Ancestral almost never, ever works. I don't think we're getting a turn, right? There's no reason to cast this Dark Ritual if I was getting a turn. That looks like a pretty normal looking Doomsday deck. I don't see probe. I have to F3, F3, F3. Cycle. Do we concede to this? Let me just look. There's an Imperial Seal in their deck. There's no Demonic Tutor in their pile. There's a Feed the Swarm in the main. Hold on, let me try to concoct a win here. I guess the win is just they probe into an island into Ancestral, or like island at a cantrip to kill me or something. I mean, there's no Demonic Tutor. Demonic Tutor's in the yard. No, Demonic Tutor is in the yard, chat. It's right here. Can't play an island. So just probe. Yeah, then this is just probe into Black Lotus, preordain into Oracle, kill me. It's fine. All right, well, that's Doomsday. We're going to bring in 2 negations. I think our matchup versus Doomsday is probably the best of any deck in the format. Like, or not in the format, but like, if I had to pick a deck that our deck would be good against, Doomsday is about one of the only decks I think we're going to be good against. I actually like a second Wasteland as well. Don't think we need like this one probably. So opponent shouldn't know what we're on, so we should be able to board out Vigor. In game 3, we'll probably have to bring Vigor back in to kill Leyline of the Void. If my opponent goes on Twitter and knows what we're on, then we get Leylined, we are in trouble and die probably. What does this do? Hard cast Gush on turn 1. Strip Mine, Sapphire, Lotus, go. Hard cast Gush. Still have Force. Green Source gives me a Strip Mine lock. No one told me to not keep this fast enough. I think it's okay. I think it's fine, right? It's fine, right? It's totally fine. I think it's fine. It's fine. I think it's fine. It's fine. It's probably fine. No problem. Why are we pausing on my Mock Sapphire chat? What is happening? All right. Here we go. Upkeep. Make 5 mana. Cast Gush. This hand sucks. Has been called. This hand's fine. What are you talking about? I have Loam Strip Mine lock with Force of Will against freaking Doomsday. Like, yeah, there are better. Come on. You have the Mox Jet? The Mox Jet is a thorn in our side here. Drew another Force. All right. So I will Lorien Revealed and get a green land. And then I will probably cycle my hollow one looking for another blue card. All right, here they go. It's time. Is it Doomsday? So technically, I could let Doomsday resolve and then go for double Strip Mine and hope that wins. I kind of think that's actually good here. Maybe not, because they just go Lotus. It's so stupid. This deck is so broken in half, man. Nothing is fucking good against it. I could let them build a Gush pile and then Strip Mine them. This is just the most broken deck in all of Magic. It's crazy. All right, so theoretically, they have 3 cards in hand. If they don't win on the spot, we just Strip Mine the crap out of them. If they do go for if they do go for like a Street Wraith here, they're almost 100% going to build a Gush pile, right? And then I just Strip Mine them when they Street Wraith goes on the stack. I guess theoretically they could have the Gush in their hand already, in which case we would have to cycle our hollow one and force it. If they're stupid. I guess that's true. There is a Strip Mine in play. No, I mean, this is what we're arguing right now, Disco Shark. We're arguing if I should do anything. What choices do I have here? The thing is, if I miss on my hollow one, I lose on the spot. But I do have a lot of blue cards in my deck. I even don't know. They have not passed priority back to me, so I can't even make a choice, even if I wanted to. If I Strip Mine now, it takes away their ability to incorrectly build the pile. So I don't want to Strip Mine now. I think the choices are either cycle hollow one or don't cycle hollow one. How do I always disagree with you, Palace? It's crazy. Well, I currently can't force anything at the moment. I currently have no blue card. I'm also probably winning if I cycle and force and then go for double strip mine. But also if I cycle, I'm opening myself up to getting dazed. You simply wouldn't have Lorien yet? Yeah, that's a shit play. What the fuck is that? What are you talking about? That's horrible play. You're absolutely supposed to Lorien there and get your Greenland in play so you can go double strip mine. I simply would have made a bad play. Wild. And it's worse. It's worse. It's actively worse. Ah! Are you what? If I double force, I lose the game on the spot. Yes, I'm aware if they have Gush in their hand, strip mining now would prevent that. I just don't think that's a good thing to do. You're crazy, Zajad. Simply remove any capability you have of playing the game in favor of countering their Doomsday. That's not how this works. They brought in Shieldred's Edict. All right, so they're not watching on the stream. No ley lines. All right, they're past the turn. Sweet. Wait, I don't see a Gush. They're holding a Gush? No, here's the Gush. They did not build a Gush pile. Okay, there's a Graph Digger's Cage. All right, I'm still cycling this hollow one, though. That is not a very good draw. Blue card? That's not a very good draw. I believe this is losing. Can't allow them to have a daze here, so I have to simply wasteland them with this mana. And then still loam. It's unfortunate. I needed to hit a blue card in one of my two draws right there. This was my only line. Maybe they didn't build a pile that has a... They definitely don't have a Lotus in their pile. They didn't play around double Wasteland? Come on now. Opponent, what are you doing? I need to draw a blue card still, right? Come on. What is this nonsense? I just can't draw a blue card. Blue card. That's a blue land. There's no Lotus in their pile either. I don't think they can win. I think they're just extracting information. I believe we killed them with double Wasteland. Looking at their deck, I'm pretty sure we're winning this game. Oh, Basic Island. Time Walk. Time Walk? What? What? Now what, opponent? Okay. The only thing that beats Doomsday is its own pilot. I even cut the Bloodghast and I drew all 3 Bloodghasts. That's wild. All right, so now I think we do need to play some amount of Vigors because they saw. Wait, they didn't see Bloodghast, did they? Wait a second. Chat, did they see 0 graveyard card? Oh, they saw Hollow One. They saw Hollow One. Ah, all right. I think we need to bring in some Vigors. At least 2 Vigors, right? I feel like we just take out Prize Amalgam and Bloodghast and stuff. Maybe we just take out Amalgams and Bloodghast and stuff and just play with this. Probably is better. Do we care about Cage? Bloodghast gets stopped by Cage, but if we're taking like all of our Bloodghast and stuff out, then no, not really. I mostly care about Leyline. Leyline is a problem. Leyline is a big problem. I still think we would rather have Bloodghast because I can't return Amalgam, and I do need to clock my opponent at some point. That's definitely a hand of Magic the Gathering cards. I'm so glad I kept all these figures. All right, I'm gonna mulligan. I mean, keep. No, Gush is a blue card. Oh, I just die on turn 1. Mother, why do I play this game? It's just it's just no point. There's simply no point. Had to mull the force. It feels like pretty impossible to mulligan this hand. Like, I have a clock, I have a bazaar. I'm not mulliganing this hand. These are the only 2 Bloodghast in my deck, by the way. I mean, these will kill my opponent. Like, they have haste. Why did I keep Gush? I just explained why I kept Gush. Gush is a blue card. It pitches the Force of Will. It's very imperative that I have a blue card so that if I draw a Force of Will, I can cast Force. I could hard cast a Bloodghast and attack. What if I draw the Underground Sea, cast 2 Bloodghasts? A second land is actually not strong here in any capacity. I have a Bazaar of Baghdad and many lands in my deck, whereas I need a Force of Will and a blue card to play the game. Putting Gush to the bottom would be an extremely poor play. Yeah, I'm aware lands bring back Ghast. Noted. Help. I can't balance this hand. I know. I didn't know they would have haste. We could draw crop rotation. Yeah, that's true. I don't think anything we do resolves because my opponent has 15 cards in their hand, but they did bring in ley lines. Days. They pitched days? They pitched 2 dazes. Interesting. I feel like Daze is really good against me. Upkeep Ancestral. Okay. Hey, look, a second land to return my Bloodghast. Just kidding. It's not very good here. All right. This looks like a pretty clear cut. Bazaar activate. I'm looking for a force, maybe a crop rotation. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. None of these cards. None of these cards. None of them. I'm just dead. Simply, I mean, I don't even know if a force is going to be good enough, but I mean, even a time walk, I could have cast a time walk. I don't think Lotusing a gas does anything. I'm going to play Lotus first to play around the third days, I guess, but I don't think playing a Lotus, like I have a land, right? So like, does doing an extra 2 damage this turn matter? I don't think it matters, right? I don't think it matters. Maybe it matters for like Doomsday. So maybe it matters for Doomsday. I think I would rather have, now what am I pitching? Yes, I'm aware. I just said this. It's probably on delay. It's probably on delay. If I keep this, I could draw foil. If I keep this, I mean, Wasteland's not going to matter, right? Because I'm going to kill them. All right, so we'll do this. Cast Black Lotus. Cast Hollow One. Maybe they'll force this. That could help, right? Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but I think even if we had hit the cards we were looking for, we were in a pretty big hole. It's definitely better to use the Lotus and play the Blood Gas because, like, the Blood Gas going to the yard and going to the yard is, like, the same thing, right? So, like, it's not like I'm going to use this. I mean, I could represent, you know, negation or something, but it does, like, representing a counterspell doesn't actually do anything when my opponent is forced to kill me. So, all right. Well, my opponent has now it's my opponent's turn to kill me. No fetch, just basic land, or just a non-basic land. They have the Mox. They have Dark Ritual, Doomsday, free kill. Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can really do when my opponent draws 15 cards on turn 1. I just didn't keep a hand with Force. I mean, my opponent could have had Force backup for their Necro too. You never know. They could have actually, they probably had Daze backup. So they probably just had turn 1 kill no matter what, really. Which is Doomsday. Doomsday just has turn 1 kill a lot. A pretty large amount of the time, unfortunately. It's been like a kind of a nice couple months where Doomsday's kind of fallen out of the meta's favor, and there have been less Doomsday players. But yeah, it did win a challenge or something recently, so. Ooh, they play Petal. I like that. I feel like all Doomsday lists in Vintage should play Petal. The deck is just so strong. It's crazy. All right. No, it doesn't matter. You just up your turn 1s. Not playing Petal in your Doomsday list is super troll. Okay, here we go. Fourth round. I think we're getting there. We're getting closer. Opponent might be on Oath of Druids. This hand has no land to loam. Unfortunately, I just don't think this one's going to be good enough. It doesn't really do anything. If I had like a crop rotation, I would definitely keep this hand though. It's kind of unfortunate. Like if I had crop rotation, I can go crop rotation with negation backup on their turn, do a bunch of dredgers or Blackmaster. Gonna have to mulligan it though. This hand, this one I'm gonna keep. It's a little bit more playable than the last one, but not by that much. Can't go too far looking for Bazaar. Our deck really isn't built to do that. At some point, we have to keep our hand. Wait, are we getting turn one killed by Doomsday again? Oh, wait, no, this is oops, all spells. Oh, God, if we had simply kept our 2 counterspell hand, it would have been so much better. Do I have 2 counterspells in this hand? I do still have 2 counterspells in this hand, right? Okay, so I'm going to let my opponent cast whatever spell it is off of this. Beseech the Mirror is a little too all in, so... What are they going to get? Necro, I assume? Black Lotus? Oh, yeah, you got it. For sure. You didn't need to, I guess you did. All right, so now I force your Yagwil. Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. All right. We're cooking now. Riftstone Portal. No, that was my island for foil! Justin! I'm so bad, dude. I'm so bad at this game. It's just not baked into my brain that I need an island to pitch Tinker. Oh boy. Oh god, are they gonna go Mana Crypt Tinker? This kid is so good. He's so good. He mystical for Tinker because he had Ancestral. No, there was no chance we were ever winning this game, chat. Get out. Chat, there was 0 chance we were ever winning this game. My opponent is so much more powerful than I am. Interesting. This is definitely not a game we would have won if I had simply played a Riftstone Portal. It's not, chat, we were losing anyways. We were losing anyways. We were never, ever winning. I don't think this Riftstone Portal is very good. I've come to decide that I would rather it just be a wasteland. I think I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to wasteland here to try to keep my opponent off from tinkering me. I'll just freaking Bazaar. Oh, we are so dead. I mean, I can have foil up. I can't have foil up here, actually. I can double wasteland. I feel like that's my best chance. Just hope they don't have another... Like, if I pitch my whole hand and foil their Ancestral Recall, it just means they play a Mox off the top and tinker me. Now the other side's gonna say it's rigged. Okay, all right, okay. So this is great matchup, by the way. This is another great matchup. Because I think all of our spells are good in this matchup. Like every single one. I'm gonna take out like all the blood gas and all the amalgams and the Golgari Grave Troll and this Riftstone Portal has got to be garbage. And then another magic card. I guess one loam. I mean, this is not giving me very many green cards to vigor with. I guess one loam. No. I can get rid of the sapphire. Yeah, I'm gonna trim the sapphire. Got him. I'm not playing a fucking Caracas for Shieldred. I'll just lose. It's fine. You can lose sometimes instead of playing bad cards in your deck. You can just counter the Shieldred. We're not playing Caracas for one Shieldred. It's not happening. I'm not making my deck worse. Chat, you don't need to be able to beat every card. Like, just... Like, yeah, we have counter spells. I don't understand. Why are we like this? It's okay. Sometimes you don't have to. You don't have to do that. All right, what do we got? Black mana, Dark Ritual resolves. Blue mana. It's okay. It's okay. Force Pitch Lorien revealed. Just counter it. They force back? Guess what? Foil. Discarding my Master of Death. Oh, value. See, chat? Look, I dealt with the Shieldred. Return my Master of Death. Oh, God. Wait, why? Oh, no. I needed that Lorien revealed. All right, unlucky. Yeah, I need to pitch Cruise instead of Lorien revealed. It's okay. I'm going to draw my Bazaar next turn. It's fine. By attacking with creatures, how does any Magic deck win games? Chat, you're making me lose my mind. We've won a lot of games tonight. I did really mess up though in pitching my Lorien revealed. I needed to pitch this Treasure Cruise. I was like, oh, I can discard my cards and then I'll like be able to regain value with Treasure Cruise. That's just not how it's gonna happen. Sure. Would really like to draw Crop Rotation or Bazaar Baghdad though. Those would be ideal. Okay, that just kills us, right? Why didn't they sack the Time Vault and just go for Shieldred? I need to draw Force because they're going to cast Manifold Key next turn here. Or Foil, I guess. I just drew 3 Master of Deaths. All right. Yeah, I did not really draw the cards I needed here. I don't think we were going to win if I had done the right thing, though, so. All right. Yeah, I still like my setup. Punished so hard. Man, we got punished so hard for switching the breeding pool for an underground sea. That was such a mistake. Super sad. Well, you should have told me not to cut my breeding pool for an underground sea. Wonder if I'm actually supposed to hold the underground sea. That'd be pretty silly, but I don't know. I kind of want to play it so I can cycle the hollow one if I draw another land, right? Did they keep a no lander too? God, if they can't play an Urza Saga there, we just lose on the spot. Unfortunately, Leyline is like not. It's good versus Beseech, but it's not like great versus Beseech. They can do all manner of things that make it bad for me. I need. Yeah, maybe I am supposed to keep this under Demonic Tutor. This can get. I don't think he'll get a Saga with this, but it could get a Saga. It'd be very good here. I mean, we have drawn like comically bad, right? We have lots of good draws in our deck. This is a hard cast Citadel. I needed to keep the UC in my hand. So silly, man. I have 4 creatures in my deck right now, chat. Oh my god. If you would like, if you're gonna be here being mean, at least be truthful and accurate with your being mean. Come on. Like, come on. There are actual factual 2 creatures left in my deck to draw. I guess the Master of Death technically counts as a creature. So there are 6 creatures. That's still half. All right, I'm down to concede here. I needed to keep the Underground Sea in my hand. Realistically, it should just be a breeding pool, though. Oh, you can't be real like this. Unlucky. All right, here we go. 5th and final round. Our last chance to win. We're up against possibly Aggro Shops. This hand I actually think is good against Aggro Shops, so I'm going to keep it. We've got a fast mana. We have the ability to draw cards, and we have recurring things if they're trying to stop us from playing lands. But if they play like a Patchwork Automaton, things probably get bad. Wasteland. This hand's very good against Wasteland. Mox Pearl. Okay. And what? And Patchwork Automaton? Okay. Well, we do have Vigors in our deck, but that could be a problem. Oh, another Mox. I guess that makes sense if they're going to keep this. We do need to find our Vigors, but we'll have the mana to use the Vigors, so I think it's still winnable. 2 cards left in hand. Chalice of the Void. Why do we keep having one of our Moxen when people play Chalice against us? So I think we're okay with overdrawing here. We're like super okay with overdrawing here. We just go to hand size. And we pitch Bloodghast, Bloodghast. Oh! I wanted to pitch Bloodghast Prized Amalgam, but this is fine. Soul Ring. Are they gonna wasteland? Okay. All right. So breeding pool, pay life. With my blood gas triggers on the stack, crop rotation for Bazaar. I guess that triggers blood gas again, so I don't have to do the. But I don't want to return the blood gas yet. I want to get the other thing in the yard first. Yeah, 2 amalgams and a master of death in the yard. Return my blood gas. And then play a hollow one? We're pretty far from this loam, unfortunately, but... This chalice was really annoying. I think we would, like, very easily win this game if it wasn't for the chalice. But I mean, like, our deck just did the thing. We had crop rotation, so we found a Bazaar of Baghdad. It's pretty sweet. They have an artifact. It gets through this turn, but then we can block with all of our things on the next turn, so... They could also just, like, pump it once and leave it back. Ooh, Steel Overseer. That's exciting. I think they're just leaving it back, right? But we can just, like, attack through it. All right, bring the master back to our hand. It's not. We literally cast a crop rotation to find our Bazaar instead of mulliganing to 0. It's very different. I see. I don't have another land to bring them back. All right. I still attack all, though. I do need to hit a land. All right. Maybe I should have pitched a... No, that doesn't really help me. Would they draw a walking ballista? Holy shit, there's a walking ballista. I think we're losing now. I think we're losing now because they're playing 2017 shops. Oh no. How many vigors did I put in the main? 2? We really need to draw a vigor. We did draw the land. So... Emerald, Master, Loam. Attack. I mean, attacking doesn't even get me anywhere. Not really sure. Maybe they'll, like, block one of these and shoot and mess up or something. I don't know. Okay. So let's get all my blood gas back. Let's get all my amalgams back. There's nothing I can crop rot for in the main here that helps us, right? So we can just cycle for a land, which will give us the ability to foil if we need to. And we could loam. I just think we're going to die before then, unfortunately. But maybe we've put enough power in play where we're going to persuade them not to attack. Kind of think we can't win this game from here. We needed to draw a vigor. Do we foil this? I don't think so. I think the land is more useful. Yeah, I definitely have to chump this. Island cycle. I need a vigor. Bring back loam. No. Crop rotation. Attack all except for one. Ugh, I can't even attack all except for one. I just attack with all my blood gas. They block 3. I only get 2 damage in. I mean, if I didn't have a land though, I can gush here and try to draw vigor. I can't vigor the patchwork, but I can vigor the other 2. There's no real downside to me activating Bazaar first right now though, because I have a bunch of bad things. Master, crop rotation, just like not good cards. I have to leave back both amalgams too, because they can shoot and it's really bad. Uh we were so close in this game. I wish I had a force for the ballista. That's what I really wish I had a force for, but we didn't have any forces in our top 25 cards. So didn't really help. So we do put them at 9. Oh, they're going to shoot it instead. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I think we just have to cast Gush. I think we have to cast Gush with blue mana, green mana. I've already cast Ancestral. I haven't cast Time Walk. Does crop rotating ever do anything though? It just like doesn't really do anything. I can like dredge through my deck, but there's like no more cards to hit. I have another amalgam, but that's like kind of it. So I don't think there's any way. I guess I can draw more cards. So probably green, blue. Cancel, cancel, nothing. I just couldn't hit. I just couldn't hit. Maybe they'll activate this ballista. That would help. All right, didn't do that. I think we are running out of options now, though. They drew their first land. Trinosphere. We were close. Again. If we had hit a vigor in our top half of our deck, I think we had a chance. But no vigor in the top half of our deck. And I just have to chump these. Can't time walk anymore either now. Not that time walk is good enough anyways. It's just not enough. I can only do this. I can't even do this at all because they have enough to activate up to 5. That's crazy. Steel Overseer in the year of our Lord, 2023. Did not get there. I thought we had that game. It looked pretty good for us. All right. Didn't get there. I actually don't think that... It's so weird. Like, I actually actively think this is a worse matchup than some of the other matchups we played. I don't know why people think these kind of weird things. The Chalice really screwed us over there in that game, for sure. It's really funny because Chalice is so bad against us, but we kind of needed that extra green mana on turn 1. I actually don't even know if these negations are actually good. Figure is probably just a lot better. Like, they have some things, but like most of their stuff is creatures. I kind of think I am going to bring in Tabernacle because like one of the ways we win this game is actually like loam locking our opponent. So I actually think Tabernacle is useful. I don't know about Dismember though. I kind of hate the idea of Dismember, but I don't know how much of these I'm allowed to cut. Maybe all of them is fine. Kind of hate the idea of Dismember. Let's try like this. I immediately draw the Tabernacle. So this hand does let me crop rotate for... Yeah, I mean... I have the play. See if I get leylined. If I get leylined, things are really bad. Not really doing much versus a leyline here. I know leyline. Let's crop rotate for a Bazaar. Activate Bazaar. Vigor. Amalgam Troll. Tabernacle. I can always get it back with Loam later, so it's not a big deal. I think I'll play out a Sapphire in case I have to like play through a Sphere. I didn't hit any cards. I mean, I'm going to just do a bunch of dredging, I hope. I guess I could theoretically get Wastelanded here. I did not get Wastelanded here. Sure. Sure. All right, so I'm just going to Vigor this. And then... When do I dredge Troll? Just dredge for turn? No. Draw naturally for turn, activate Bazaar, dredging Troll, and drawing 1. And then pitching down to 1. It's probably correct. I actually hit multiple Master of Deaths. Would I want to dredge this Loam back? Ah, if I had dredged Loam back... Do I want to... No, I don't want to dredge this Loam. I want to just draw... No, I could dredge a Loam looking for a Bloodghast. And then... Cycle Lorien, get a land. That might be better than a natural draw. My only good natural draw here is Ancestral and Hollow One. So now I have 3 Master of Deaths coming back next turn. I think in my upkeep, I can just activate my Bazaar on my Golgari Grave Troll, and then... No, it's probably still worse. So do I want to even play a land this turn? That's a good question. I think the answer is yes, because of Loam. Not sure there. I'm not confident in my sequencing there. So I have 3 Masters and 1 Amalgam in my yard. There's a Wasteland, but I have a Loam, so that's fine. Arcbound Ravager. Okay. So I bring back my Masters. And then I dredge Loam. And then I Loam back Bazaar, Strip Mine Tabernacle. Now, which of these lands is the best play this turn? It's almost certainly still Bazaar. Now, do I dredge and try to hit? I don't think I dredge. I think I want to force, right? All right, did not hit any of that. I think I would rather just have an active Bazaar with 3 Masters, right? I mean, they also know I have a Tabernacle. It's not like they can play more creatures here. Maybe I'm just like supposed to be Golgari Grave Trolling and just like going crazy. Just bring everything back. Probably better, right? I didn't actively hit on a Bloodghast yet. I hit a Bloodghast. It's kind of awkward. Definitely want to keep them off mana from here, though. Though it just means I have like all these Masters Vests in my hand that I didn't need to pick back up. I'm not convinced I'm making optimal lines here at all. I don't even think I need to pick back any Master of Deaths anymore. All right. Big. Force of Vigor. Powerful magic card. Another win. Can we get one more? Do we bring in negations on the draw? I think Strip there was good. I'm not sure about the turn before, if I was supposed to activate Bazaar or Strip or just play Tabernacle. I think all of them were pretty reasonable. Maybe I am just supposed to... I don't want to bring in Dismember. I really don't want to bring in Dismember. I don't think it's good. The thing I'm worried about is the negation good? All 3 definitely had merit, and I didn't know what the answer was, so... I don't know if mine was actually the correct play. I was thinking, like... I don't know, I'd have a huge advantage, but... Oh, this is a nice hand. Force Ancestral Keep. Yeah, I think Strip Mine was the next best one. Or maybe the other one that I was interested in. Let's just force this. I think we just play Trop and pass, right? Or is there... And no, is there better... Just cast Ancestral. Yeah, let's just cast Ancestral. Well, certainly paid off. That is definitely the cards that I thought would make Ancestral better to cast now. I got a hard cast Foil, hard cast Vigor up right now. Maybe I was supposed to crop rotation for a Wasteland. Hard to say. Patchwork Automaton. I think that's fine. Steel Overseer. Also fine. I can just Vigor these on the next turn here. Could even hard cast and pay on my turn if I wanted to keep my crop rotation. It's kind of an interesting idea. Yeah. So here I can go hard cast Vigor on these two, pay, and still have everything up besides foil. I'd like to be able to crop rotation for a Wasteland at some point if I could. Uh-huh. Saga plus what? Ballista? I'm supposed to wait in case I draw a land, right? Then I can hard cast Vigor again. Sweet. Two cards left in hand. I don't know. I'm not convinced we're winning this game yet. We have no convincing engine still. And they have a Wasteland if we went for Bazaar. We do have hardcast foil if they do nothing powerful. Oh, okay. Oh, we're going to get Wastelanded off our tropicals. Oh, we're going to get Wastelanded off some of our lands. And then what? And then Cage. Okay. So we just get a Bazaar. Is there any reason to keep... Is there any reason to float a blue? We have 2 Vigors left. We hard cast both of our Vigors in this game. I think so. All right, so I'm going to crop rotate my tropical island, and I'm going to make it a Bazaar of Baghdad. I'm going to activate my Bazaar of Baghdad. I'm going to discard Bloodghast Foil Foil, and I'm going to play a hollow one. I don't have any Masters in my yard, but I have my other Vigor in hand. If I draw a green card, I could always use it to unlock Bloodghast. This is a Metamorph? Sick. It's really good here. Draw naturally. Wasteland. Okay. I have a Bloodghast and a Vigor. I think I'm favored attacking, and they have like Steel Overseers and stuff. Just gonna waste them here. This can't return to play. So we pass. Maybe I'm supposed to wait and just hold my Amalgam because or hold my Hollow One because I have a Force of Vigor. That's probably the case. I'm gonna wait until I have another card in hand before I activate this Bazaar. Yeah, I was probably supposed to hold because I had the Vigor. I was probably supposed to hold. No! Okay. That's fine. I wasn't going to activate there anyways. I'm just trying to naturally draw a green card. Oh, I see. That is a lot of hate pieces you got there. I drew another Bazaar. Okay. Well, we're in a waiting game. I don't have that many green cards in my deck, though, is a problem. Master of Death. Not good. They play a Saga, we lose. Ballista. Okay. Green card. Lorien revealed. Think I hold that till end step so that I can not get wastelanded. This is a close game now. This Ancient Tomb draw was so good for them. They can cast like all their creatures with it. They drew Workshop? Ugh. All right. I still can Vigor through that because of my Emerald and lands. Force. Have to play this. Can't return that. I don't have very many green cards in my deck. It's true. What do I have to force? Yeah, I gotta force that. Pitching. Probably just pitch this Master, which makes lands like a rebuy. Or Time Walk as lands are rebuy. I don't know about this game anymore. It's looking a little bad. The Bazaar off the needle on Bazaar was not good for me. Take 2 to Time Walk. Yeah, because I can eventually maybe make 5 mana and play Vigor. What am I hitting with my Vigor? If I even get the green card for it. Master. Oh, they wastelanded my Underground Sea, so I can't cast Master. Not that it's very good against the Walking Ballista, but... this looks lost, unfortunately. Looks very bad. Foil? No. I can't believe they drew the needle. Maybe they had the needle the whole time, right? That was the first turn I Bazared. Wow, they've vastly outdrawn me here. That's for sure. I'm just dead, right? That's so sad. They have like no answers in their deck to... They probably have one Metamorph for Hollow One as their only answer. Maybe they'll eat both of these and I can Vigor them. That's an out. They should eat something. So sad that we needed... I mean, our deck doesn't have enough green cards in it, really. We got away with like hard casting 2 Vigors in this game. And you used a Crop Rot for a... what's it called? They're just going to do 3 damage. I mean, now I have to hit both of these anyways, right? So it's like super bad still. Wow. It's pretty frustrating. They just had no... They hit no bricks after, huh? They just like slammed thing after thing. Yeah, of course. But there are like windows depending on what they do. Like if they move everything onto ballista, then I can shoot them, like hit them with a vigor kind of thing. Damn, I really thought we were gonna win this game, but they had the answer for Hollow One, and then they had the answer for Bazaar, and we never drew another green card to get out of it. No, no, we are most certainly not running it back. That is definitely not happening. I mean, we won a bunch of games. Some of our other leagues did not go as well as this one did. I don't know why. Like, not me. This deck is fine. Like, we simply needed to draw slightly better in a couple games, and I needed to play slightly better in a couple other ones. Like, we could easily have been 3-2 with this deck if we had just run a little hotter. I don't know. Like, I really, I really don't understand. Like, are you guys not watching the same thing as me? It was fine. We went 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and like a couple games, like a couple card swings, like draw a blue card instead of a land, draw a land instead of a green, like, a blood gas. Like these were all very winnable game matchups. All of these matches were super winnable. And the first one was only an 0-2 because I made a mistake, right? I don't know. I feel like sometimes y'all perplex me with your evaluations. Doesn't really make sense. We also lost the die roll a bunch. Like, I don't know. This is a cool idea. It's a sweet one. It's a little bit, unfortunately, like, it's a little antiquated in what it's trying to do. Playing a control deck is not really what you want to do in the last, I don't know, 10 years of Magic. So being this reactive is a little too anemic. The fact that Saga exists does make this deck a little strained as well. We didn't actually lose to Saga in any of these matchups. We kind of just got over our counter magic somehow kind of got overwhelmed by combo decks, which I kind of consider to be one of the better matchups for this style of deck. But you could definitely see what it was trying to do. We achieved Loam Strip Mine Lock multiple times. That's most of our wins were off of Strip Mine Lock, which I think is how you're going to win most of your games here. We definitely got to do some really sweet things like crop rotating for Bazaar and triggering Blood Gas and putting amalgams in the yard. So, despite what chat might say, I actually thought this was a pretty good showing for the deck. If we just get a couple things go our way, this ends up being a 3-2, and everyone's like, wow, how'd you get a 3-2 with this deck? That's so cool. But it didn't happen that way, and it's an 0-5, which is fine. So the haters get paid out, and more vintage content comes on this channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Usually fun brews on Wednesday, try hard decks on Monday, and challenges on Saturdays. Or when live streams happen. I just ruined this whole outro. I'll see you for one of those, probably, maybe, sometime. Oh, see you then.